Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. In the last episode you might remember I said that in this episode we would be back to business as usual. Well, I changed my mind. You'll notice that we're in the DAF truck dealer in Amsterdam. I took a quick drive over to Amsterdam to have a look here because I've installed some new mods, and one of which is very interesting. It's not a DAF. It's a Kenworth W900 day cab, and we're going to custom configure it. Nothing too heavy, but bigger fuel tank. Where's the big engines? Yeah, we'll have one of them. And big, yeah, one of them too. Can't change anything there. What we got here? Oh, very nice. Oh. That is very interesting. Don't know if we can afford this, but we'll have a look. Accessories. This truck comes with more accessories than you can shake a jammy Dodger at. That looks a bit boring. That also looks kind of boring. They all look kind of boring, to be honest. Metal fender guards? Where are they? Oh no, we don't want that. That's terrible. Mud flaps. Are they at the back? Oh god, they're right at the back. I'll go for white ones. Oh, no. God, no. That's atrocious. Front left mirror, we don't want one of them. Deflector. Oh yeah, I'll have one of them. That's kind of interesting. Tires. Elite Rider, I don't really want them. Dark silver. Does this have a really god awful hubcap on it? Sure it doesn't, it needs to just go away. There we go, that's more like it. Yeah, we'll leave it like that, that's cool. Tires. Go for the better tires all round. Easy as that. Got more just god awful things on it. I'm not a fan of hubcaps. I think they're just terrible. Exhaust. Yeah, plain exhaust. Main mirrors. Duty or double? Yeah, we'll go for the double, because why not? Sun visor. Standard sun shield. Cab flares. Not sure what that does. Put something inside. Do they light up? They do. They're kind of pointless. They're inside the cab. Might be glitched. Side mirror, don't want one of them. They're terrible. What's this? Basic air filters. Exhaust. Main mirrors. Driver's plate. I thought these were more customizable than they are. I suppose it is kind of a cheap lorry. Confirm that. See what kind of price we're looking at here. You will pay £47,000. I think the majority of that is in the paintwork alone. Not sure I want to give up the Scania. What else do we have here? I could get one of them. I think I had a DAF before. Pardon me. I had a DAF before, so I will in fact not be buying a truck. I just want to show you that truck there. I may buy it in the future, but today's not the day. So, job market, external contracts, see what we have here. Nothing worth any kind of money. I'll do that one. Sand builders to LKW. I think the last trip we'd done was 2 sand builders, so we'll just get this this done. It's only 205 miles, nothing major. We'll do it in the Scania, which if you haven't watched the last episode, I urge you to do so, because we made the Scania all pretty. Add some new paint, some new flashy bits, some shiny bits here and there. Very interesting indeed. Spent an entire episode just basically making things light up and flash and stuff. Oh, there's a lorry parked there now. He wasn't there before. It is a Renault Magnum. Not seen one of them in quite some time now. It's a weird vent thing. Probably the air intake. So, just in case you haven't seen the last episode, here is our disco truck. Let's turn the beacons off because there's just no need. I say that knowing full well the beacons will probably be on 90% of the time, just because I don't really need an excuse to. I just like flashy lights. I'm like a child. So, we're off to Germany, I believe. With one of these annoying steering wheel things. I hate these things in real life. I just can't handle them. I do have my forklift certificate, and forklifts have them, but for like in cars, and I imagine it would be the same for trucks, they're just terrible. There's useless, annoying things that get in the way and could potentially break your arm. Nothing coming? No excitement here? No? How do I get in there? Up here, okay. One very similar wall next to another. Keep forgetting that my steering sensitivity is way low. There's a lot of trailers in here actually. That's the one I want. Reverse around here at ridiculously high speed because I can. I do like the combination of the red and the black. I think it looks quite smart. I do apologise about coughing quite a lot. I am nursing a cold just now. I have been informed that it is in fact not man flu, fortunately. Because we all know that man flu is in fact fatal. Let's see if we can get this trailer on without dying of old age. There we go. I'm a professional, I promise. So, I think that there's a beacon on the back of this trailer. That's the excuse I need. Give some people some, have some epileptic fits on the road. That's fine. 203 miles to go. And there's a Volvo in my way. Why is there always a Volvo in my way? I mean, like, not just in this game, but in real life, I always seem to get stuck behind Volvos. Even when I owned a Volvo, I always seem to get stuck behind them. The people who own Volvos generally are not in any kind of hurry. That was nice. Getting out onto the road, almost without any traffic. And immediately turning right. Where is it taking us? Towards Amsterdam. Fair enough. I don't know where we actually want to go. Not right now, anyway. I do like Amsterdam, if I am being honest. Never been there in real life, but in this game, Amsterdam is a lovely place. The Netherlands is probably my favourite European country in this game. I don't know what it is about it, I just kind of like it, for no apparent reason. Nice roads, annoyingly placed speed cameras and the likes. A bit of income from our worker. Our worker did level up off camera, which is nice. Maybe he will stop being lazy and taking 2-minute jobs, but you know, one thing at a time. And usually only get about £2 from him at a time. It's not really worth an awful lot of money, to be honest. I may replace him at some point. His rating is 1.7, which is not ideal. I'm probably going to get some speeding tickets today. It's okay because the truck is black, so they might not see it. So there's an airport up ahead. I've never noticed that before. As you can see, there is some other American style trucks on the road. and they seem to be taking over in the Netherlands by the looks of it. It's nice to see a European truck once in a while. There's a MAN and a Volvo. I do plan on getting the Scandinavian DLC. I think that would be a good addition to the game. I have had it in the past, but I don't have it anymore. Can't really remember how I managed to lose it, but I did. So I will be repurchasing that very soon. Just because I did like the Scandinavian DLC. I'll probably get the heavy cargo DLC as well. Might not necessarily buy it from Steam, but I will get it from a reputable source. All of the games that are featured on my channel, in fact all of the games that I own, are legally obtained. And that is not meant sarcastically either. I don't agree with pirating games. If you enjoy a game enough to want to play it, then you should pay for it, in my opinion. It helps the developers who made a game that you're enjoying playing continue to make games of that standard, so it just makes sense. I imagine it's the same argument for the likes of music and films as well, but my channel's about games, not about music and films, so I'm not going to pass comment on them. Oh look, stuck behind something that isn't a Volvo. At least the brakes on the truck work quite well. So yeah, it's quite a big excavator type thing we're taking. I never actually read what the load is, so all I looked at was where it's going and how much I'm getting for it. So I'd really like this guy to move. You're gonna... That's a very bright light. Come on. There you go. Now I'm going to be stuck behind a lorry instead. We're okay-ish for fuel. This lorry is terrible for fuel, if I'm being honest. But it's the lorry we have, and I'm quite happy with it anyway. I do apologise if you hear random noises in the background. I have one of the dogs in the room with me, and she's fallen asleep and started to snore. And there's that speeding ticket I was on about. Quite an expensive one this time. That's from the police, I see. Well, I should turn my speed restrictor off and go and catch up with them. That would be the appropriate thing to do in this situation. Hopefully they come from a German police station where we'll make it to our destination on their fuel rather than our own. 138 miles to go. A very short run today. It would be if we weren't stuck behind probably a Volvo actually. I think it was a Volvo that I've seen. We do need to stay in this lane though. Doesn't look like we're going to get to find out if it's actually a Volvo, or we might. Oh, we are. It might not be. I think it's a DAF actually. All speculation until we overtake them though. Difficult to tell with these terrible graphics. It's certainly not the game's fault, that is the hardware that's causing the bad graphics. If I run the game any better than this while recording, I'm pretty sure I'd have to put a fire out in my office. This game does run on full graphics when I'm not recording, and it is completely different. But while recording, it's such a drain on my CPU that it's difficult to get it to run even at these current settings, which is not something I'd like to admit, but it is true. That's why the graphics settings are quite low. But it will not be long until the aforementioned many times tower is the primary computer, and then my laptop will actually just become a render tower. Oh, not a tower, like a render system. I'll probably actually dismantle the laptop because I don't really need it for what it is. I will modify it probably. Could be doing with a new CPU, that's for sure. Seeing as it's I actually have it written down here what it is. It's an AMD. Oops. I should watch the road. It's an AMD A6 3410MX APU. Code name Lano. Not a terrible CPU for mid-range, but I kind of kill it, to be honest. It's overheated multiple times, which is no surprise. You know, the laptop is very well maintained. It's just that I put too much load on the CPU, and the heatsink and fan just can't keep up with the load. It is overclocked, might I add. It's usable, just about. It is an older CPU. Don't know why I'm casually sitting in the right hand lane. I think I wanted to see where that lorry was, but still haven't been able to get past him. Now that I'm back behind him, he'll probably slow down again. Oh, less than 100 miles to go. And it looks like we're turning off very soon, so we may not actually get to find out what this lorry in front of us is. So if you think you know what that TransitNet lorry in front is, please let me know in the comments below, because it is actually going to bug me. Uh, 91 miles to go. We will indicate this time. Oh, I hate these ones. May end up climbing a barrier again. Don't think we got any damage from the incident on the bridge. I think it was just that we curbed it effectively. I think this is supposed to be a giveaway sign, but a triangle does the same thing. Very quiet road. Unusually quiet. And we're going somewhere in Germany, I think. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. I think it's Germany. We'll find out when we get there. Am I on the wrong side? I am. I'm on the wrong side of the road. That's probably a good thing that this road is quiet then, because that would have not gone well. And no overtaking area. Don't worry, I certainly won't be overtaking anyone. This is quite a heavy trailer I've got on. The truck seems to struggle slightly with it. Cycle lane out here. I'm saying that I don't even know if this is a cycle lane. This is Europe after all. If anyone knows what the red bits at the side of the road are used for, please let me know. You can leave the information in the comments below. But in the United Kingdom, usually a red section to the side of the road signifies a cycle lane. It doesn't always have to be red right enough, but what does it mean in Europe? There's my pals again. Looks like we're on B roads for the rest of the way. We are now in Germany. And the red bit's changed to a white bit. Not white bit, well, you know, tar bit. This is quite a corner. Nice little ramp at the side there. You'll launch yourself into somebody's field from here. I have no idea what German police cars look like. I think they're blue. I think that was one that went past the other way. What happened there? Loan installment. I just assumed that was a fine there. 60 miles left to go. Drop this trailer off and probably pick up another one, but that will be in the next episode. I'm going to stick to the original plan of one run per episode. otherwise these episodes would be too long. And if I do get to the point where I am doing very long runs, then they will obviously be split up. I'll probably split them between rest points or truck stops and things like that. Obviously not one truck stop to the next, because it would end up being like a 40-part episode, and that's not what I'm looking to do. Probably split it into 2 or 3 depending on the length of the run. Probably 2. It's very rare you get a run going from one side of Europe to the other, especially at the stage that we're at just now. Green Ivico, very green Ivico there. I was considering buying a Mercedes. You would have actually seen that if you watched the previous episode. Not sure if anyone has, as I'm recording this one immediately after. But I did consider buying a new Mercedes. I think it's pronounced Agrigos. And, well, the dealership was shut, so that put an end to that. It serves me right for trying to go to a truck dealer on Sunday. Here comes some American lorry. I think it's a Kenworth. I should know the name of the American trucks, to be honest, but it's just a slightly educated guess, to be completely honest. I do like the new black bonnet. It's a bit of a change for the truck. I like to keep the truck looking fresh. Add something a little bit different. So, is Germany this quiet in real life? There just seems to be like no traffic. Apart from all that traffic that's behind us. But that was someone else's fault. Didn't even know they were there. This is an example of how not to drive a truck, in case anyone's wondering. Not been checking my mirrors, not been paying attention to where I'm going. I've curbed it, been speeding almost all the way. More focused on what type of truck is in front of me than anything else. And looking at my very own bonnet, instead of paying attention to a junction I'm coming up to. So we are almost there, 11 miles remaining. So, this series has a kind of hit and a miss response. Some people seem to watch it on a regular basis, whereas other videos don't seem to get watched very much at all. So, if you could let me know if you want this series to continue, because my intention is to end it at some point. Depending on the response I get from the video, depends on how long this series actually lasts for. There's a Peterbilt, I think it is. Depends on how long this series will actually run for. I originally had in mind, I'll just double check here, I have it written down in front of me. I originally had in mind between 45 to 60 episodes, of which I believe I've done, I think this is episode 14, I think. So if you would like to see the series continue to that point, obviously by that point we will have quite a high level, very heavily modified truck and multiple business garages in multiple countries across Europe, probably quite a few DLCs as well. If you would like to see that happen, please let me know in the comments. Or if you think this series is rubbish and you want it to end, then I suppose the easiest way to let me know that is to dislike the video. Just give it a thumbs down. I prefer you didn't, but if you don't enjoy these videos, you can either let me know in the comments, or if you enjoy the game but you think that my videos could use some attention, then leave a comment. I'm always open to suggestions. I am by no means an expert at this game or YouTube. I will do this out of cab because I think I'm going to... Yeah, I would have reversed into that other trailer over there. See, that wouldn't have been good. So let's try this again. Just need to bring the truck as far around as I can, almost to jackknife it. I think I've messed this one up. Very close to that pole there. I don't think I actually hit it, but I got very close to it. Same with the fence. I have a lot of faith in my brakes, which I probably shouldn't because they're not as sensitive as I'd usually have them. I wonder if it will take it at this angle. Kind of want to straighten my truck up a bit, seeing as it does get left here too. I think I just reversed into that wall. It's not something you want to do. Right, turn the engine off, turn the beacons off, make sure the lights are off, apply the handbrake, decouple the trailer. See if we ruined the trailer. Obviously this was an external contract. Let me see. Excellent. Very good. Very nice. Show results now. Awesome. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give it a thumbs down. If you have anything you'd like to let me know, then leave that in the comments below, and I will respond to everyone who comments on this video to the best of my ability. If you enjoy the content on my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to it. There is new and exciting content that may already be out by the time this video is out, but if not, it is very much on its way. Thank you for watching this episode of Euro Truck Simulator, and I will see you next time.